Straight on to the big story now. After being passed with a thumping majority in the Lok Sabha, the Constitutional Amendment Bill will be moved in the Rajya Sabha today on the last day of the winter session. BJP has issued a whip to the party MPs to be present in the House to vote on it, while the opposition has accused the government of taking a unilateral decision without consulting them on it. BJP President Amit Shah held a strategy meeting with the Rajya Sabha's Leader of the House, Arun Jaitley. Remember, the Rajya Sabha session has been extended by 1 day to pass the Constitutional Amendment Bill in the House after its passage in the lower house.
निश्चित रूप से ये एक ऐतिहासिक बिल है और जिन लोगों को अब तक आरक्षण का लाभ नहीं मिल पाया था, ऐसे सारे लोगों को आरक्षण का लाभ मिलेगा।
नरेंद्र मोदी सरकार ने एक बहुत बड़ी पहल की है। 10% आरक्षण सवर्णों में जो गरीब लोग उनको दे दिया है और ये बिल पास हो गया है। ये एक बहुत बड़ा ऐतिहासिक कदम है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है और मैं सरकार का हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ।
We supported it because any bill which is involved with the interest and welfare of the unemployed youths for their jobs and for their education, we cannot remain mum. So we extended our support and pushed the button in favor of the government.
ये कांग्रेस पहले कर चुकी है। हरियाणा के अंदर कांग्रेस की सरकार ने 2013 में आर्थिक रूप से पिछड़े हुए जनरल कैटेगरी की सभी वो वर्ग जिनको आरक्षण का लाभ नहीं मिल रहा था, उनके लिए 2013 में इस तरह की नीति हम लाए थे 10% आरक्षण की। उसके बाद 2016 में गुजरात में बीजेपी सरकार ने उसको कॉपी किया। आज सेंटर की सरकार ने उसी नीति को कॉपी किया है। ये हमारे मैनिफेस्टो में भी था, तो नीति तो हमने समर्थन किया नीतिगत तौर पर, मगर हमें नीयत सरकार की साफ।
Reeling from shocking defeats in 3 Hindi heartland states, the Narendra Modi government has taken the first step to win back the upper caste voters. The 10% quota for economically weak among the general category is being seen as a masterstroke by the BJP and being dismissed as a jumla by the opposition.
2.5 घंटे का भाषण दिया।
हमारी जो गरीब की गरीबी हटाने के लिए जो कमिटमेंट और निष्ठा है वो केवल मैनिफेस्टो तक सीमित होगी या पार्लियामेंट के कानून के माध्यम से उसकी शिक्षा और रोजगार तक जाएगी, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी और इनके साथियों की आज परीक्षा है।
I would like a ruling from the chair as to whether any bill can be brought to this house anytime the government wants without explaining the reasons to the house, without giving in writing the reasons for the exception of the rules, whether the speaker will give us the reasons for why the exception was made, or whether we have to remain in the dark.
But one thing is evident, nobody wants to be seen as opposing the bill, which will also benefit categories within other communities who do not enjoy reservation. Most are questioning the timing.
Nobody is going to oppose the bill as such. Because what I wanted to say, whenever interest of the unemployed youths are involved, those are not normally opposed. But this bill is actually somewhere appeared to be political messaging.
Quota for all, however, has opened another front. Many OBC leaders are demanding more reservation.
अब जब गवर्नमेंट 50% की सीमा को उल्लंघन आगे जा रही है, जब उस लक्ष्मण रेखा को पार कर रही है, तब हमारा ये मांग है कि ओबीसी का उनकी आबादी के हिसाब से 54% आरक्षण होना चाहिए।
With the new quota bill, the BJP believes it can appease its trusted and core voter base of the upper castes. But will it be a masterstroke or a jumla or a bit of both? We will have to wait till 2019 elections to know exactly that. Bureau Report, India Today.
Also, after being successfully passed in the Lok Sabha, the Citizenship Amendment Bill will be moved in the Rajya Sabha today on the last day of the winter session. This as the opposition has accused the government of playing vote bank politics ahead of the crucial 2019 polls, while the government has hit back, saying that the opposition is spreading fear by peddling lies. Remember, the Citizenship Amendment Bill 2016 is aimed at granting Indian citizenship to Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christian refugees from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan, but not Muslims. And Assam remains on the edge as the opposition to the Citizenship Amendment Bill grows. An economic blockade has been called by over 70 groups across the state. Apart from the disruption in the vehicular movement, shops across the state will be closed today. Several protesters were injured in clashes with the police in Tripura during an agitation against the bill on Tuesday, while pressure mounts on the BJP as Assam BJP spokesperson Mehdi Alambora resigned from the party in protest against the citizenship bill. BJP's rift with the allies opposed to the Citizenship Amendment Bill also seems to be widening after Assam Gan Parishad, now another BJP ally, National People's Party, has decided to snap ties with the BJP over this controversial bill.
Amid much chaos within and outside Parliament, the Narendra Modi government pushed through the Citizenship Amendment Bill in the Lok Sabha on Tuesday.
उत्पीड़न के शिकार ऐसे माइग्रेंट देश में कहीं भी हैं, वहां भारतीय नागरिकता के लिए वो अप्लाई कर सकें.
The proposed law is aimed at granting Indian citizenship to Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi and Christian refugees from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. The opposition is demanding that the bill be made secular and questioned why Muslims are not included. The centre dismissed the opposition's charges, saying the government was only giving protection to minorities in its neighbouring countries.
तो मैं ये स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं कि बांग्लादेश, पाकिस्तान और अफगानिस्तान में मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी में हैं और पाकिस्तान के बहुत सारे लोगों को लॉन्ग टर्म वीजा ही नहीं दिया जाता है, बल्कि भारत में पाकिस्तान के लोगों को सिटीजनशिप भी दी जाती है. तो यह कहना कि रिलीजन के बेसिस पर यह कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हो रहा है, मैं समझता हूं कि यह पूरी तरह से यह बात निराधार है, असत्य है.
इसके बारे में बहुत से राज्यों को रिजर्वेशन है. दोबारा आप इसको सेलेक्ट कमेटी को भेजिए और नहीं इसमें पूरा नहीं सेलेक्ट कमेटी ओनली, क्योंकि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मैटर है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मैटर्स है इसमें.
असम में वो असमीज के नाम पर, बंगाल में ये बंगाली के नाम पर, जो इस मुल्क ऑलरेडी हिंदू मुसलमान के नाम पर बटा है, जात पात के नाम पर बटा है, फिर भाषा के नाम पर आप अगर इसको उग्र जो राष्ट्रीयता है वो बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे तो वो गलत होगा. और पिछले 6 महीने में यही हुआ है और हम इसका विरोध करते हैं.
Criticism of the bill is most vocal in the northeastern states.
हमारी पार्टी AIUDF इस बिल के अगेंस्ट में खड़ी हुई है. 2019 के इलेक्शन के लिए लाया गया है. तो मैं एक चीज कहना चाहूंगा मंत्री महोदय से कि वो वहाँ के हालात को देखें. वहाँ के हालात, खासकर जो आसामी भाइयों को जो उनके दिल में चोट पहुँच रही है, उस चोट को महसूस करें.
There are voices within the NDA that oppose the proposed law. The BJP's allies in Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, for instance, are against the bill. The Ahom Gana Parishad has ended its alliance with the BJP over this very issue. The entire northeast witnessed protests during an 11-hour Bandh called on Tuesday. Bureau Report, India Today.
And the row over the extension of the winter session in the Rajya Sabha is only growing as the opposition is likely to lock horns with the government in the upper house today, after the opposition leader staged a protest in parliament premises on Tuesday against the central government for extending the Rajya Sabha session by a day. Calling the decision unilateral, the opposition has alleged that the session was extended without their consensus. The Trinamool Congress has hit out at the government, claiming that no announcement was made about the extension of the Rajya Sabha session as well.
Central government, they are saying
This is unprecedented, and this is by way of protest, in as much as the high-handedness and dishonesty on the part of those who are representing the government. They told us that wait, we have not taken the decision still. Behind our back, suddenly it was announced that House is adjourned till 11 a.m. tomorrow.
This government is in the habit of disrespecting Rajya Sabha and bypassing legislative scrutiny. They want all the bills to be passed in such manner.
for one, are you
also advise the government that the best thing is to let the atmosphere improve. Since the session will continue, they can meet. The House can be reconvened even few days earlier for the transaction of business. But the government remains adamant.
In a big setback to the Modi government, the Supreme Court on Tuesday reinstated Alok Verma as the CBI director. Setting aside government's October 23rd notification, the Supreme Court said that the government had no authority to send Verma on an indefinite leave. But the court's reinstallation of Verma came with a rider. Verma will not be allowed to make any major policy decisions until the high-power select committee clears his name.
मामले पर कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे सर?
Over 3 months after he was sent on forced leave by the Narendra Modi government, Alok Verma has been reinstated as the CBI chief. The Supreme Court, which quashed the government's order, however, took a middle road. It retained Verma but put restrictions on his powers. The court reiterated that government had no authority to send Alok Verma on a leave. The court ruled that the High Power Committee, comprising Prime Minister Modi, Leader of Opposition Mallikarjun Kharge and CJI Ranjan Gogoi, should meet within a week to look at the charges levelled against Verma by his deputy Rakesh Asthana. It added that Verma cannot take major policy decisions until the High Power Committee takes a decision on action against him.
The Supreme Court has today quashed the government's decision and the CVC's decision to divest Shri Alok Verma of the powers of CBI director, and they have restored him as CBI director.
The Supreme Court in its ruling said that the CBI chief must be insulated from political interference and the centre's decision was not right. The ruling has sparked a political battle. The Congress says that removing Verma was Prime Minister Modi's bid to thwart a CBI probe into the Rafale deal. The BJP maintained that government was only following the CVC's recommendation.
सीबीआई के चीफ को 1 बजे रात को निकाला। क्यों निकाला? क्योंकि सीबीआई के चीफ राफेल पे इंक्वायरी शुरू करना चाह रहे थे। अब सीबीआई चीफ रीइंस्टेट हो गए हैं, तो थोड़ा तो न्याय मिला। अब देखते हैं आगे क्या होता है।
जब दो बड़े अधिकारियों के बीच में आरोप प्रत्यारोप थे, तो सरकार ने उसी ईमानदारी की नीयत के साथ सीवीसी की रिकमेंडेशन को स्वीकार किया था। आज उसका एक री इंटरप्रिटेशन सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने दिया है, उसके अनुकूल सरकार अपनी कार्रवाई करेगी।
Politics has reared its head, with the opposition parties now saying that Alok Verma's tenure should be extended by 2 months. This is something that the government is unlikely to agree upon. The opposition has also said that Alok Verma should now raise the Rafale investigation, but with the court's restrictions, it is unclear whether Alok Verma can initiate such an investigation or not. In New Delhi, Anisha Mathur for India Today.
All right, let's now shift focus to Maharashtra as the rift between the BJP and its disgruntled ally Shiv Sena only widens. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be sounding the poll bugle in the state today, and Narendra Modi and Shiv Sena chief Uddhav Thackeray will be facing off against one another in Maharashtra, eyeing the 2019 polls and the state polls scheduled later this year. Prime Minister will be inaugurating several big projects and also is going to be addressing a rally in Solapur, while Uddhav Thackeray will visit the drought-hit Marathwada region to corner the Modi government on the farmer crisis issue. The row over Anupam Kher's star, the accidental Prime Minister, refuses to die down. The Delhi High Court will be hearing the plea seeking a ban on the Manmohan Singh biopic and its trailer today. Haryana High Court will also hear a separate plea against the film. The petitioners have alleged that the film has twisted facts to malign the reputation of the former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. The petition also claims that the film's trailer is affecting relationships with other countries in India and would impact the integrity and sovereignty of the country. Remember, the biopic has already run into political controversy, with the Congress dubbing the film as BJP's propaganda against the former Prime Minister. And pressure now mounts on Karnataka minister. The case involving Congress minister Puthuranga Shetty's close aide S.G. Mohan Kumar, who was caught taking money in Vidhan Sabha, has now been handed over to the Anti-Corruption Bureau. Sources reveal that the minister's aide collected around 26 lakh rupees on the 3rd and the 4th of January from a few contractors. Political heat mounts now on the Congress minister as the BJP has sought his resignation. Hard disk and certain documents have also been seized in the searches that were conducted at his workplace and his residence.
ಇವತ್ತು ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲೇನೆ 26 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದ ವರ್ಗದ ಸಚಿವನ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಇರುವಂತ ಕವರನ್ನು ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಸಿಬ್ಬಂದಿ. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ತಾಂಡವಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ವಿಧಾನಸೌಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ತಾಜಾ ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಧಾನಿಯವರು ಇದು 10% ಲೂಟಿಗೋರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು 20% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಪಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಮಗಾರಿ ಇರಲಿ, ಲಂಚ ಕೊಡದೆ, ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡದೆ, ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡದೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ವಿಚಿತ್ರವಾದ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇವತ್ತು ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
ಈಗ ತನಿಖೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ಕೆಲವು ನಿರ್ಣಯಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನಂತೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ತನಿಖೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೂ ಇವತ್ತು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನನ್ನ ಅಧಿಕಾರ ದುರುಪಯೋಗ ಪಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವನ್ನಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದಂತ ಒಂದು ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕವಾದ ತನಿಖೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಾಡಿ.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.